It's a little chilly out here, guys. But anyways, I want to record a posing session for the start of this year and then compare it with where I'll be at the end of this year. I know that when I started squat every day, I was between 145 and 150 pounds. And after a year, over a year of doing squat every day, I'm still 145 to 150. I just weighed myself earlier and I was 151. I've lost upper body mass compared to when I started, but my legs have grown. So I just kind of want to see how that transitions over the course of this year. I'll do one posing session with the light on my phone turned on, which it is now, and then I'll do another set with the flashlight turned off. And then I chose to hold off on eating so the stomach could be a little flatter. So after this, I'm going to go in and eat and write down a journal that I'll probably share with you guys at the end of this video, and then hopefully come out here and put in a decent workout. But here I am, unflexed, just kind of standing here. All right. I don't know why, but the quads always look small on camera. I don't know if it's with the shadows out here or what. Walk around with the legs. I can never hit this pose here. I can never flare my lats out like they're supposed to be. Triceps from behind. I think that's about it. Yep. All right. That's all the poses I can think of. Cut the flashlight off and do this again, and I'll catch you all on the workout. All right, after this clip here ends, I've got a few pictures sort of showing my progressions throughout the years. Excuse me, my throat's a little sore too. I've been in a lot of dust at work today. I don't have any pictures before, like completely before I started working out. I could find them, but I'd have to do a little bit of digging. Looking back at those and then looking at my current self, I'm kind of let down when I look at like my chest and maybe even a little bit of my triceps. That seems to be where I've lost most of the mass. I think I still retain a lot of my back muscle, may have lost a little bit of thickness. But it seems that the chest and triceps are nowhere near as pronounced as they once were. So many different things to talk about with this. I don't know, I just look like more full in the pictures that you'll see. But to be fair, during a lot of these early phases, or the early pictures, I was not hitting legs at that time. My week consisted of alternating between push-ups, tricep extensions, overhead press with dumbbells, to pull-ups, some core work, and curls and forearm work the next day. And I just alternated back and forth from that. When I first started working out, I couldn't curl a 20-pound dumbbell. So I know a lot of people are going to say, you've just got really good genetics. That may be true, you know, but I gotta say, you're not gonna get anywhere without any hard work. So when I had started working out, I actually started working out because I was smaller than everybody else. Uh, Very slim, and so I just picked up a 20-pound dumbbell, did what I could with it, and just started doing push-ups. Started out with maybe a set of 10 or 15 and worked up to where I was doing, 4 sets of 40. And that just kind of progressed throughout the years, and it has taken me to where I am now. You can just see how fuller everything looks upper body wise. This picture here was a clip I took during a running phase. I remember running a lot through that phase. You can see how spindly my little legs were, but I just seemed to retain a lot more in my upper body. And I went through a planche spell as well. I could get a straddle planche pretty good, as you can see here. I never learned the full planche. I'd almost like to pick it back up, but the issue now is my legs are a lot heavier than what they were. And the amount of training that I dumped into that planche was unreal, and I don't know that I could dedicate that, time and intensity to even get the straddle planche back, because now my legs are going to counterbalance my upper body that much more. Through here, this is when I started squatting some. You can see the legs have gotten thicker, obviously. This is coming up on the end of them here. Let me add on some more videos, and then I'll finish out this voiceover. I know that people are probably going to try to discredit me by saying I've got good genetics, but the thing is if you don't train, you're not going to figure out that you have good genetics. You can see, back in that picture where I was in short shorts, I'd thrown those on as a joke. Now I wear shorts like that all the time. But you can see that my legs were small then, and you know what I was doing during that time? I considered running to be enough strength and conditioning for my legs. And now you can see the difference that I have that I started squatting. And I train hard, man. I remember through that running phase, I ran very, very hard for, maybe a year. I don't really know. I remember going over to friends' houses and bonfires, and everybody'd be outside, and then I'd go inside and come outside with a pair of shorts, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I've got to get in a 5-mile run today." So I'd be gone for 45 minutes, and then I'd come back and hang out with everybody else, eat a few hot dogs, and that's sort of, how my life has always been. I'm going to be the one waking up earlier than most people. I'm going to be the one out there on a early Saturday, Sunday morning with a nice chill, putting in a few miles before the sun comes up. I'm probably going to be the one that's staying up late, working out. I'm always trying to get myself farther ahead. I've got to say that I've always had a chip on my shoulder. I don't know what it is, but every time I train in a public gym, I'm going to leave knowing that I was the hardest worker in that gym. And I sort of carry that through my day-to-day life. I, live to the fullest extent that I can. I try to maximize myself and my abilities every single day. And if you're not doing that, I personally believe it is a waste of that day. It is a waste of your talents. It is a waste of your potential. People will tell you to always, find something in life that makes you feel fulfilled, something that brings you satisfaction, do something that brings you happiness. And for me, fulfillment for me is knowing that I reached everything that I could have reached today. Happiness is knowing that I led the best life that I could lead today. Happiness and peace and comfort, to me, is meeting everything with gratitude. Understanding that if there's anything that I can control in this world, it is me. And personally, I feel like I have to direct that with the best guidance that I can. So therefore, I'm always trying to one-up myself. Run another mile, do another rep, read another page, watch one less video, and go to bed earlier. Pray that one extra prayer. Do not skip church on this Sunday. It's it's a life, man. But that's all you have, and you better make the most of it. I guess I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm kind of struggling to put words together tonight. I'm not totally in the right headspace because it's been a little bit of a long day again, and I'm just ready to get into bed and take a shower, or not take a shower, and just get into bed and go to sleep. Tomorrow's Saturday for me. I don't know whenever you'll be seeing this, but I've got a small job to do tomorrow in the morning, and then I'm going to try to go hunting tomorrow afternoon too. So I got a little bit of a busy day tomorrow. I'd like to run tomorrow. I think I'm going to wake up, do this job, come home, probably shoot my bow, and then go hunt until dark. Come back home and maybe put in a run. You know, I've already ran twice this week, but there's something about running that just really, really touches the heart and soul. If you don't run, you need to try it. It sucks at first, but maybe that's what I like so much about it. It's just, especially if you get out there before the sun comes up, or if you're out there late at night, it's usually peaceful. It's just you and your footsteps. There's a lot of comfort in that, and I think you find yourself in solitude. This journal here kind of touches on that. You're either going to try to run from yourself, or you're going to find a person that you can sit in the silence with. And I guess that's what I attempt to do is, you either look in the mirror and be happy, or you're afraid of the mirror. And I know that when I go to sleep at night, I do not want to be scared of my own thoughts. I want to sleep knowing that I lived today. But on another note, this new training phase that I'm running, I'm really enjoying it so far. I think it's sort of opening up the opportunities for me to run and pursue other areas of training. And the designated days of rest, I'm not going to lie, I like those. I like knowing that tomorrow and the day after that are going to be easy days, so I can kind of take it easy over the weekend and pursue whatever else I want to pursue. That does make me happy. Anyways, that's enough rambling for tonight. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.